What's going on, YouTube? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing great. Guys, we gotta talk, man. I know I say this all the time, but I have to talk about the LG G5 because I'm an owner of the TV. I love the TV. I think it's just a masterpiece piece of work. I mean, it just I don't really know what else to say besides the fact that this definitely is an amazing TV. Um, and I know there's a million other TVs out there that are just flat out amazing as well. This, to me, is definitely on pretty much par at the top of that list. I think we can all agree. And the fact that it comes in an 83-inch in an 83-inch size makes it even better because for enthusiasts, for people who are literally the true essence of consumerism for this type of technology, uh, like myself, just people who just want to live that experience at home, this is what we are looking for right here. And trust me, guys, I know that there's other TVs out there that look that good, and we all have our own personal opinions, and that's perfectly fine. But we all have to really give credit when credit is due if you're an overall fan of just this, what we're looking at right here. And I say this because when you're playing this, any game, and you're playing on a TV that can make something look like this, guys, I mean, there's just no other way to put it besides you're not ever going to want to go any other direction but forward. I mean, that's how much this spoils you for any of these TVs. For me, uh, the only other TV that I can see being able to beat this TV right here, the LG G5, is the S95F. So let's just be frank here. If the S95F had an 83-inch TV, that would be in my house. Probably over this one. Or I would have both in my house. That's how much I love this technology. You guys know from the past, I've had several TVs. I mean, you just go back and you'll see I had some of the best TVs you can possibly purchase for your home. And I will tell you guys, it just gets better and better. I'm starting to see these little leaps that you just always hoped for, that you know over time they're listening to, that can make a picture, look, let's say, more crisp. Um, you can have it more, I don't know, just has just more life. You know what I mean? It just has more pop to your experience. And I've played this game before on the LG G2, G3, G4. I played it on the A95K. I played it on the A95L. And I mean, this right here that you're looking at tops it, in my opinion. Any of those TVs. And it's just overall the headroom that this TV gives you to be able to make an image the way you want it to look. And the nice part is that when LG creates these settings for you to be able to customize and really fine tune, and you have to understand that it's going to really take time, and it's going to really be some dedicated work for you to figure out how you like it. And you know For everyone, I recommend to make it the way you want it to look, because this TV will be able to manage that for the most part. Um, I can tell you guys from personal experience, you know, I'll go on like a Jennifer Gala um, demo where she will have the same image, and it'll go through the 1000 nit to 2000 to 3 the 4 the 5. And I'll tell you guys, man, even when the image over brightens and clips in those demos, it still looks amazing. That's how good this TV is. It's not the fact that like it blows out and it looks, terrible or washed out or anything like that. Like, no, like it blows it out in a very genius way where it actually makes the image that's blown out not really look like ridiculously blown out. Like, it'll still be blown out, but in a very like tasteful, more realistic manner. Like, almost like, the sun, for example. If you look at the sun in real life, it's not going to be like if you playing a video game on HGIG. It's not like you're going to look straight in at the sun, and it's going to be very, very difficult to be able to actually look at the ring of the sun in real life. Like, it's just everything's going to look blown out, right? In most cases, there are some cases where the sun is at a certain angle, and yes, you can see the ring in real life circumstances, but that's closer to, let's say, maybe like later in the day or earlier in the morning, right? Different shades, different angles, and yeah, I get that. But looking straight into the sun in HGIG darkens everything. And to me, that's less realistic than how it should be in real life. You know what I mean? Because in real life, our eyes don't have the headroom to look at the sun and able to filter in that much light where we can look straight into it and see the ring of the sun. It that our eyes are not built for that. That's why I don't mind on when I'm watching, or I'm sorry, playing a video game or even watching a movie and the sun is blown out. That to me, and that's why a lot of us enthusiasts say that makes it look more lifelike. You know what I mean? And basically, it to me looks more realistic in that manner. So I always recommend for that reason, if you that you can basically, you know, you can play the game like that, and it'll to me feel more realistic, basically. So that's kind of like my overall point. Um, I recommend dynamic tone mapping on. I recommend, you know, really putting the color up a little bit somewhere in the 60s. I feel like for some reason, even though sometimes it could look oversaturated, when you're playing video games like this 4K, like, and you look at colors like this, like, come on, does that really matter? Like, look, the color separation is still perfectly there. Um, the green is it looks appropriate for the time of night that it is, while also keeping these the orange in this picture look still perfectly separated and moving with the wind and realistic. Like, when it comes to the motion as well, like, this is the most realistic. And I always compare this to other things too, but to me, this is where LG wins all the time. Like, it just has a look to it, a depth to it. Like, if you go around or whatever, if you look up, like, you can see that foreground to background depth right there between his body and the sky. If you go down and you kind of just look around, like even more at ground level, Like you can see the distance between him and his surroundings. I don't know who or what or why, but I just feel like every single TV I ever owned, Sony, LG's, or Samsung's, top of the lines, that for some reason no one has ever been able to duplicate that right there, like that. So that 3D, just the most realistic, most smooth. Like LG is the best at this, guys. And I'm telling you, yeah, the only other TV, probably the Z95B, comes close to this. And I've never had one, but again, I'm just talking from my own personal experience. I've had them all in the past. I don't have them all now. I have the G5 and I have the a mini LED, the 100-inch downstairs that I switched out. I wanted to try that out, so I tried that out. But if you guys know me in the past, you know I had 77-inch everything, and I switched them out. So this TV right here, guys, is amazing. It just is. I'm replaying this on the G5, and it truly is like playing a new game. It really is. It looks better than it ever did. It brings more life to the game. It looks so perfect. And honestly, guys, it just makes sense. You know what I mean? It just makes perfect sense. Like, look, to just play all your old games again. And the reason why it makes sense is because it changes it really improves the image quality. And when it does that, it improves and changes the experience. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. The only other TV that I can truly see beating this is the S95F. The only problem is that they don't make an 83-inch, and for me, they don't make a glossy screen. Don't understand why they do that. But let's face it, whether you notice it or not, it will have some kind of clarity, basically a clarity sacrifice because of that matte screen. Even if it's an extremely small percentage, it does. It will not look as clear as this. So if they make a glossy 83-inch QD OLED, it would be in my house. Not only would it be in my house, just like the A95L, when I loved it that much, I bought two of them. I bought two 77 inches. That could very well be likely for me to do something like that if there was such a thing as an S95F glossy screen 83-inch. That's how much I want that TV that bad. Because if it can compete with this right here and, you know, hang there, that's in my house. Um, Another thing that I truly appreciate, as you guys can see, uh, with this game or with this TV, is it literally maintains the brightness pretty well. Um, like, have you really seen any dimming or anything like that while we were playing? Because I haven't. And I know it's nighttime, but even then, it'll still maximize the brightness, or try to, even though in the creator's intent, this scene is dark. So to me, there will be still some kind of brightness automatically dimming, and it is able to sustain the brightness for a long time. I noticed that watching movies. I've noticed that playing video games. It basically doesn't really ever get dim. I just don't see it. And if it does, it's got to be more like, you know, extremely subtle or whatever. But as you guys can see, I'm just kind of moving around, you know, and it has looked pretty much the same. Um, that's another thing I just appreciate about it. It's an amazing TV, guys. I don't know. I know we're getting towards that end of the year where, you know, you're gonna start looking at the future TVs, and I'm excited about those as well. Hopefully, there's an 83-inch with Samsung as a QD OLED. Hopefully, they give you that in a glossy screen because that would be in my house. If not, probably not gonna do it. Um, just don't see myself doing it. I'm still very stubborn about that. I don't like that matte finish at all. So, I mean, I even went to the store and I can see that matte finish, and I don't know, it kind of bothered me a little bit. Like it kind of made the TV look cheaper, I guess is the best way to explain it. And yeah, although the image was nice, it still looked like, I don't know, almost like an LED, like because LEDs have that kind of same, or most of them have that kind of same matte look to them, and I just don't like it personally. So there are a lot of people out there that say it doesn't make a difference, especially in dark rooms. And honestly, in dark rooms, that's the only reason why I still considered buying it, because I was thinking in my head, maybe I could still, um, maybe I could still purchase it. And I usually play video games in a light controlled room. And I don't know. I just didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm really looking for an 83-inch and higher anyway, so I'm not left with much choice besides the LG G5. And I love LG, so I trust them. They make a good TV. I've been purchasing their TVs for years. Their processing is top tier. Their customized settings that they give you are top tier. They are extremely competitive in the premium market. Their frames are really good quality. I mean, the back of of this TV is made of metal, guys. Like it's actually made of metal. So the frames just look beautiful. Like it is an elegant TV. It has a good, solid, premium feel to them. I would, I know that there's other TVs out there that are also very, very nice, but I'm sorry, the LG G5 is my choice. And again, if Samsung made an 83-inch glossy screen, that would be in my house right off the bat. So that's my overall opinion with that kind of stuff. But as far as this TV goes, man, it is to me. I mean, look at guys, look at that. Like, look at the sky, look at the trees, look at the back. I mean, it looks amazing. So, it has a lot of depth. It's kind of like you're looking at a movie. It's very cinematic in and being able to pull that like cinematic look, but playing at 60 frames per second or even 120 frames per second is not easy to pull off for a TV. And this TV does it smooth like butter. Um, the motion is amazing. I'm telling you guys, I recommend it. It's a lot more than picture quality. It's the overall processing and how it handles the picture quality. And it's also the colors have gotten much better. The reds have gotten better. The blues have gotten probably either better than QD OLED or equal to it. Greens have improved and they've gotten better as well. So like it's gotten closer to QD OLED, but its overall processing, the way it manages everything overall, you can't beat the LG. That's my personal opinion. I wish I had every TV in my house to compare them. I think that maybe processing wise, the Z95B would be right there. The Sony would be also there in some aspects. I do feel like Sony has slipped a lot and they gotten cheaper and they're getting away with murder lately. Um, Not cool, but you know, um, I don't know. Um, Samsung, they're iffy with their stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. They basically just, to me, never really gotten. I'm just gonna run away and just try to. But anyways, I've never had a situation where I had to really complain about the LG G5. That's it. So that's pretty much how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate, all your views, all your opinions. I know you guys like to talk about settings a lot. I try to keep away from. To me, it's like settings is almost like the same vibe of getting involved with like politics in a sense where people get real stiff and argumentative about settings, and I'm just, you know, we all have like that same type of appreciation for this technology. So it's like we all should know by common sense, everyone has a completely different opinion on settings and colors and, priorities for what they think is the most. Everybody is different with that. And that's why I like these TVs, is because it gives you the headroom. It gives you so much customizable settings. It gives you so much fine tuning in games. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like settings beyond settings, which is really cool. So I appreciate that a lot. I like being able to kind of have full control or almost full control of what I can do to make the image look the way I want. And I recommend, if you're into that kind of stuff, the LG G5. I don't think there really is a better TV than them. Sony is really good as well. They're up there too. Um, but again, I do feel that LG has surpassed Sony in picture quality and all that stuff. So, and that's about it, guys. But thank you so much. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys who watch, and I will see you on the next one.